Well, hello everyone.
Hello.
Good afternoon. It's Friday.
TGIF.
Yeah, TGIF.
Oh my gosh.
What a whirlwind it's been. A whirlwind of a week. Always happens before we go to shows, though. Very normal occurrence.
Thank you, Ghost Hunter.
Thank you, Ghost. Oh! Queen of all she surveys.
Panic
They found the
Bomb,
monument, too.
Jade, Ghost Hunter.
That's so good, Ghost
Who's
Hunter.
this dark blue Monument Philip?
Monument Philip?
Fourth. Bragging about that. Paint Liquor, Chuck. Sarcastic Grandpa.
Sarcastic. You guys
Oh,
have such good
I think
names.
I said this yesterday. I don't have any grandchildren, but if I did, I would be a sarcastic grandma. For sure. What's that?
That's a sneaky thing.
Two?
um,
What? Three?
yeah.
There can't possibly be four.
I asked for one. I got three, and he kept one.
Oh, there are only three? Oh, no. There's the fourth. Okay.
So
That
don't go
is-
away. You can come back.
You still gotta take them back.
No, they're not. They're not in yet. See what you did?
I mean,
Test it out.
Exactly
Show
what I
us
was
on
meaning
some
to do.
product.
exactly what I was meaning to do.
I gotta
Hi, Big
love
Bob.
All of the super silent times that you come in and you show off product and you don't say anything.
Yes.
That's great. Oh, ow. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
That was my shoulder.
What is
I don't know, man. That's never happened before.
Video game archaeologist, your name is gray on my screen.
Holy potato, wad tomato. That was, in fact, some matte varnish. You saw it. Your eyes did not deceive you. But
Well,
weird.
because I'm in a different platform. On the Twitch chat, it's green.
Oh.
Which is weird because everybody else's is the same on both. Quad Tomato is purple on both. Papa Chicken is red on both. Ghost Hunter is green on both.
Love how the two washes that I made yesterday will actually still flow.
That's hilarious.
Paint Liquor, it's more of like a purpley. It's like purple.
I'm excited to see you paint more of that model. That model is rad.
I'm really digging it.
Vector said, please make it so Colorforge sells the matte varnish in the EU.
We may. We're gonna do U.S. only at first, and then we'll see where we get from there. But yes, we will work on it. Mo, hope your day's going better. Good to see you.
What's up, Mo? And video game archaeologist, I would love to see photos when you get going on that project. Because I happen to really enjoy Gundam media.
It is the Painting J's and
The
the
Painting
third
J's.
J. Hi.
Yeah. We got all three. The band is back together. Although I do nothing related to any band things at all. I don't sing. I don't dance. I don't play instruments. Well, I kind of do, but not very well.
You never played an instrument in school?
Oh, I did.
Oh, what'd you play?
I played a bassoon, believe it or not.
Oh, I feel like we've talked about this.
I started with clarinet and I went to bassoon. I think because they had too many clarinet players.
Bassoons aren't real.
Everybody played.
It's not even
I
real.
played the
I'm
clarinet.
gonna be honest. You look at that thing; it's bizarre.
The bassoon's not real.
It's
not
a big
real
old-
thing.
it's a big old
made
tube.
up thing.
I played the clarinet like everybody else did,
Oh,
and I gave it up just as quickly as I
Yeah.
started.
Yeah.
Was not for me.
let's see here. I did. I mean, I played it for quite a while actually. I started it in middle school, and I took it all the way through the end of high school. So I played for at least 5 years.
Philip said, Jordan, I mean this lovingly. The bassoon feels very Jordan.
It's it's kind of true.
It kind of does, actually.
Kind of true. It is such a weird. If somebody doesn't in chat, okay, hold on. If somebody's in chat and they don't know what a bassoon is, you should look it up because it's a bizarre instrument.
Are there people that don't know what a bassoon is? Maybe.
I mean, it's not a normal instrument that people talk about usually. It's definitely something you don't have.
I can guarantee 90% of the people in chat have no idea what you're talking about.
Right.
They're like, that's made up nonsense.
I mean, it is kind of a made up weird instrument. Doesn't make a whole lot
Kaliker
of
said,
sense.
I played the Xbox 360 controller. My rhythm was solid.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody puts the bassoon in the corner. All the double reed woodwinds look strange. Yes, that's true.
Did you just
Is
call
that
me a
like
buffoon?
the thick piccolo with the swoopy mouthpiece?
Well,
it does have a swoopy, but it's not a piccolo. Is like a flute.
Yeah. Also,
But the
piccolo is
bassoon
like
a
really
big,
small.
long double reed, but it does have the swoopy mouthpiece, doesn't it?
It does have the swoopy mouthpiece. Yeah. It does the big old.
It's the bastard child of a clarinet and a sax, but it's bigger.
It is larger than a clarinet. It is a bit thicker around. It's like a larger diameter.
Mm-hmm.
And it is quite a bit longer. It's probably
Right.
like 3 times the length of
Yeah,
a clarinet.
they're long.
Yeah, they're super like
you hold them sideways.
you hold them. Yeah, you hold them across your body.
Yeah.
And there's like a strap for you to sit on that hooks to the back of it, so you don't have to like hold it up the whole time.
Yeah.
So you sit on this strap that helps like hold the thing up because it's like huge.
Someone had a really good. Wad Tomato said, "Is the bassoon the one with the red butt?" Yes.
We call it a bass clarinet in Swedish.
No, there is an actual bass clarinet. Though, I think.
Correct. There is, yeah. Which is definitely a different thing. It is pretty similar, if I recall. I don't know. I didn't stick with it. I was only okay. I had a friend who played oboe. She always got mad when people asked her what her weird clarinet was.
I played clarinet in 5th grade and I quit in 6th.
Yeah.
That was that. That was my band career. Then I took piano lessons.
Ooh, that was, I wish I had done that instead of done bassoon.
I had a
And, like,
piano
playing
for a
piano.
long time.
It was fine. Marching band was kind of lame. It was like the part that I wasn't super excited about, which is totally mandatory if you do those things in high school, which is kind of a bummer, but I get it. Sort of. Jordan plays instrument for 6 years, didn't stick with it. Sure, Jordan. 100%. I did not. I haven't touched it since I stopped playing high school.
Jade hated marching band and said we all did. You mean everyone in your marching band hated it?
I mean,
Because the people who I know that were in marching band loved it.
Yeah.
I
They
love
were the quintessential band people.
the hangout and the camaraderie of it. I didn't particularly care for the thing. Like the experience of it, marching around, didn't care for that at all. Not one bit. Couldn't wait to get out of that stiff, ugly as sin uniform. It wasn't my favorite.
I'm
But
gonna need you to get with your family and get us pictures of you in your stiff marching band outfit.
I
Did you
will
wear a
see
big
what I
hat?
can do because that sounds hilarious.
Did you have a hat?
Oh yeah, we all did. And the weird thing is, so because I played bassoon, that is not a marching band instrument.
Oh.
At least not at a high school level. I think they might do it in bigger ones, but generally speaking, not. So I was like co-opted by the drum line. So I just like played cymbal the whole time.
Oh, there you go. Someone earlier said, "I bet Jordan plays a mean triangle."
It
you
wasn't a
go.
triangle, but it was a cymbal.
It's basically the same thing.
Yeah.
Ooh, a new channel in Discord for awkward high school photos. That could
Oh
be fun.
man, that
Oh,
sounds.
dude, do I have some awesome ones?
Do
Jason
you?
has some really good ones.
I got really good ones.
If-
Jen's seen them.
Yep.
If you want to get the really embarrassing ones from me, it's middle school. Oh yeah.
I got some awesome ones.
I mean, we could just say pictures of you and your
Awkward childhood
awkward
pictures.
childhood pictures.
No, my middle
all
school
have-
ones are real bad.
We
Particularly
all have
bad.
bad stuff, bad pictures.
Oh,
Everyone has embarrassing things in their past.
I'm not embarrassed about my childhood photos or my high school photos because I look like a normal person.
Video game said I could post my flock of seagulls like hair. Yes, that's what Jason has too. He has.
One of the few times in my life that I have been truly embarrassed, like angry embarrassed
What?
about it, is in elementary school. I was asked by our music teacher. I was acting out in class probably,
Probably.
you know, or just like talking to my friend instead of paying attention. And so she did the standard mean teacher thing where she called on me, since it seemed like I already knew what was going on, to explain to the class what she was teaching. And she was talking about singing in, you know, like a particular key. And so she's like, so I need you to hit this key, and I need you to do a sustain, and I need you to maybe add a little vibrato into it since you already know what's going on and you're such a great singer, and do this for us. So I had to, in the class, sing, like, and I was not able to sing what she was asking me to sing, right? And I can remember just being horrifically embarrassed. Never did that kind of stuff in class again. It was such a great move on her part to have singled me out like that, because it cured me real quick of the, I'm going to at least pretend that I'm paying attention so that this never happens again, because boy, did I get mocked. And she didn't even stop them. I mean, it didn't get horrible, but she let the kids have their laugh, right? Made her point. I got it. And never again. And then I went on to sing on stage in front of thousands of people. So.
That's the funny part.
Well, I say sing. I never was a good singer. Like, I'm not a great singer. I know the ins and outs of how to, but I never really spent any time with like voice coaching or anything. So, but I did go sing in bands.
Different times. That would not fly today.
Why, the teacher's conduct?
Yeah.
I would totally still do that if I were a teacher.
You'd have parents. You would not have a job.
They would really cause enough of a stink to get you fired, do you think?
Absolutely. If it were the wrong kid,
For embarrassing their kid?
absolutely. 100%.
Yeah.
If it was
Those
the wrong
parents
kid,
should be strung from
and-
the highest pole.
And honestly, the kids, well, you know, in my experience as a teacher, I had some parents who knew. They're like, I know my kid is a little jerk sometimes. And they were fully supportive of anything that we ever needed. But the majority of them
did not know.
did not.
Their little darling.
Yep.
They were
My child's an
perfect.
angel.
Yeah. Yeah, parents don't need a reason to freak out anymore.
Huh. Weird.
Parents should be teaching the kid to be more respectful in class. Just a thought. Absolutely.
And-
That is the key right there, Jade. You said it.
I mean,
Tell people
teachers aren't paid to be the surrogate
Oh.
parent, and yet they get called on to be
Yeah.
too often.
Mhm.
It's those of us without children who can see that logic.
I have enormous respect for teachers.
Chuck went to school to be a teacher and super glad he changed his mind. Yeah, it's pretty rough right now.
Yeah. Anybody who can deal with both the children themselves and all of the political stuff, like what you've talked about, Jen.
Well, yeah, I
like,
can't even. That's why I can't
That's
even.
insane.
I can't even. I don't even give an opinion anymore because I'm so far out of it.
Yeah.
But I have opinions in my head. That's for sure.
Well, it's like it sounds like it's such a bummer because you're kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't sort of situation. You get stuck in the middle and you're like, I can't
Yeah,
do.
it's rough.
Yeah.
Well, it's
sucks.
one of those where it keeps the people who really should be teaching from becoming the best they can be
Yeah, 100%.
in a lot of cases, and that's, I think, what I consider to be the saddest thing, because to see somebody like Jen, who really, she has her heart in that, get beat up by the system to the point where you go and, make paint with nerds.
Yeah.
which I'm glad she decided to. But
Yeah, this year was 10 years since I quit teaching, and I can't even imagine some of the things they have to deal with now. Teachers are stuck being scapegoats for politicians and disengaged parents. They're often put in such impossible positions. Absolutely. They do not equal another parent. Exactly. Again, Jade, so logical. The logic is definitely clouded when it's someone's precious little angel baby.
Precious little angel baby. I love it. That's great. In reality, that precious little angel baby is a tormenting demon.
Spatsnat said, my wife went to school when it was okay for one of her teachers to treat the left-handers like crap.
yeah.
Did you have that too?
I can't say that they treated us like crap. I can say that I was one. I remember myself in very early grades being the only lefty in my class.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe there was one more. And we would have to, because of the desk, we got singled out, and she would make us try to write with our right hand. We had to do half of the lesson with our right hand before then getting to the part where you had to get it done.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Just absolutely
What the heck?
insane.
Yeah, we would have to try to write it with our right hand because their goal back then was to try to get you to operate with the correct hand, but then give you the proper time to complete the task as well. And the desks all had the writing
Right
tablet
hand.
only on the right
Rest,
side,
yeah.
so we had to sit funny, and a lot of times they would yell at us for having to sit funny. And so that's why we developed writing with a big hook, because we couldn't turn our body to keep our wrists straight, because it kept us away from looking at the teacher and made it look like we were staring at the kid next to us.
Yeah.
But the thing was over on the right-hand side. We didn't have a full desk.
That makes so much sense.
And so we would have to keep our bodies forward and write on the thing with the hook so that we could
yeah,
use
because
it.
you ended up being like writing sideways
You got it.
on the right hand side.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Well, and that also helps with the spiral notebook too, so your hand's not on
Correct.
the spiral.
Yeah.
You hook it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that
don't-
went away pretty quick because that was when I was in Dallas School District. Then when we moved to Richardson ISD, they had the standard brick top desk, right? It was
Oh.
just a big rectangle desk. And so when you had a big work surface, you could put the paper on whatever side you wanted, and nobody ever mentioned it again.
I remember in school that there were maybe like 2 left-handed desks in the whole building.
Jeez.
It's like there aren't many. So yeah, they really.
They swapped
we're
over to
very
those desks that
accommodating.
were ambidextrous, right? They're just big
Well,
bricks with
yeah,
a hole
yeah,
in
but
them.
there are desks that have the arm thing and the main desk
Yep.
on the left side.
Yeah,
There's
because you
not
couldn't
very
switch
many
it.
of them.
It wasn't like a modern thing. This is the old days where it was built to be what it was,
Yeah.
and they were all right-handed. This school didn't buy left-handed desks.
Yeah, I don't remember having any particular issues from my experience growing up, other than like the standard like, man,
Well, by the
these
time you were in
scissors
school,
suck.
it wasn't even a deal.
Yeah.
You know.
It was still one of those things that like, it's not like we had the left-handed notebooks and stuff like that. I was like, I still used a regular spiral
I've never
notebook.
needed
Who
one.
cared? It's annoying, but it's not like, I never thought about it as anything that I needed any sort of like alternative like equipment for.
Yeah.
In your case, that's definitely different because those tables sound terrible. And luckily, we never had any at the point.
Yeah, but you
where
were
it was
writing in
just-
like your big chief pad. You know, this was young enough to where it wasn't
Yeah.
like a big deal.
Yeah.
Like it didn't have any trauma on me. I was like, I'm lefted. I don't know. I think the bigger trauma was when my dad bought me sports equipment and bought it all to be left-handed because he knew I was a lefty. And then he got mad at me because he put the baseball glove on my hand
Oh,
and the hockey mitt that he bought left-handed ones.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so it means that the mitt went on your right hand. And he threw me the ball, and I caught it with my bare hand, threw the glove down, put the ball in my right hand, and threw it back to him. And he was like, oh! He got so mad that we had to go back to Oshman's and get me other stuff.
The weird thing for me is whenever you like, that split second decision in your head when somebody tells you something, you're like, okay, tell me exactly what pops in your head. somebody says catch a ball, I always envision catching a ball with my right hand. But then if somebody says throw a ball, I say the same thing, throw with my right hand, because I throw right-handed even though I write left-handed. So it's weird for me because I'm like, which hand do I put the mitt in? Do I try and catch right-handed, or so I never played any like football or baseball or anything like this because I couldn't figure it out. I was like, I got to do both things with one hand, and that doesn't work in this game.
Yeah, you just got to learn to do it with your opposite.
Yep.
Today.
Yeah, I couldn't catch with my right hand to save my life.
I'm pretty decent with both hands, but I definitely cannot throw with my left hand at all. Not even remotely. But I can shoot left-handed, which is weird. So I don't know. I'm broken, messed up, weird sort of ambidextrous mess.
Oh, this is so weird.
Are they?
What's the
Is
matter?
all the colors different?
Oh, just different stuff. Like this right here
Yeah.
is way up here. None of these are over there.
Yeah, the timing, I
And
think,
then
as it
game
puts it
delay
together
over
is way
here,
off.
but not over here.
Do we have a delay?
No, there's a delay in restream as it
Oh,
aggregates the
that
chat.
makes sense. Yeah.
They're not connected.
Just got a pair of left-handed scissors finally, and my life has changed. I just got so used to the ambidextrous ones.
Yeah, I can't cut with left-handed scissors. That was another thing that made my teachers mad early on, is that they had like one pair of left-handed scissors, and one teacher, I think, had gotten them for the couple of us in her class that were lefties, you know, and everybody else could use them. I couldn't use them. I had to ask for the right-handed ones. That really just messed with them. They really just wanted me to pick one, right? And I was like, I can't cut with my left hand. I can't use left-handed scissors. Doesn't work.
I wonder if it's more common for people who are left-hand dominant for writing to be more non-focused dominance with other aspects. So like sports, throwing, catching, things like that, shooting.
I've known a lot of people that are lefties like me that didn't do everything right-handed. You
Right.
know?
Right. I wonder if more people who are right-handed tend to be right-handed in all of the things that
Yes,
they do.
very much so, yes.
Interesting. I wonder why that is.
Yeah, the divergence is definitely more with lefties than with righties.
Really interesting. I love how weird.
Well, there can
tendencies
only
are.
be so many great individuals in the world at any given time. So,
Yeah, continue.
well, that's all I need to say. Everybody gets it.
That's awesome.
I did enjoy having a coffee mug in my house for a long time that had a hole on the side to the left of the handle. So if you were a right-handed person and drank out of the mug, it dribbled down your chin
Oh,
because it had a little bitty pinhole in the ceramic where you held it with your right hand. It was on that side, and you couldn't even really tell, right? Because it had a texture to the ceramic.
Yeah.
And so you'd go to tilt it up, and it would just slowly dribble down your chin, and you'd always be like, what is going on? You know, like sometimes you drink out of a mug and it
That's
just kind of feels
awesome.
weird. It would do that. You turn around and the left side didn't have it. It worked great.
That's amazing.
It's like, don't use my mug.
Is that a thing that like is made?
Oh, yeah, you could buy one on Etsy, I guarantee you.
Oh, that's awesome.
There's a novelty product for pretty much anything you could ever want. Jordan.
You're
Yes.
right. I'm not surprised.
SFG CF3PO said, Jordan, what colors are you using on that teal cloth?
This is exactly bright jade plus a little bit of heavy warm white, which is such a great highlight mixer for that sort of stuff. And how are you today, Charles? I hope life is treating you nicely. Been a couple of days since we've seen you. Hope you're getting ready for the weekend. That mug must be based on the Archimedes cup? I am unfamiliar with that.
Game delay, I don't think it's you. Just gonna say that.
It's still
It's
not
me,
not working.
The delay in restream.
They're like not communicating. I said I'm magical. It's been super busy. Lots of work stuff. Mom's 65th. Her twin. What? Her twin. So it was to do things. I think there's probably something missing there. My plan is to chill, watch the stream, and go back to check out the paintings of the week while slapping some models together.
Nice. Watch stream, go back to check out things of the week. Nice. Excellent.
The Archimedes cup was a cup that has 2 chambers, and by covering a hole, you could drink from one and not the other. It was used to trick his students and later engineered to secretly deliver poison to unsuspecting drinkers.
Yeah, I've heard of that before. The like assassin's teapot or something like that.
Oh, your mom has an identical twin, and it's their 65th birthday. Gotcha. Well, happy birthday to mom and twin. Vector said, I'm looking to make a dark metallic teal armor. Any tips? It needs to be fast, tabletop ready, if you will.
Dark metallic teal armor.
I mean, mixing the metallic medium with the colors to get you there in a batch would be your best bet.
Yeah. You can use empty bottles to keep bottles of it on hand.
You can take the transparents and mix them to get the teal you like.
Depends on how shiny you want to go with it. If you mix in the metallic with your color, you'll get that metallic feel. It'll be a little less shiny. If you mix the transparents into your metallic, you'll get a shinier finish overall. You can use them in together if you want to do like highlights and shadows. Is a cool way to create contrast with that. There's lots of different ways you can do it.
Video game is correcting and that it was actually the Pythagoras cup and not Pythagoras is the theorem guy. Fun mysterious fact, my mom and her twin were the first ever identical twins adopted as a set in the US.
Wait, really?
What?
That's actually really
crazy.
cool.
So before that, they were adopted, like identical twins were adopted out separately. Can you imagine?
Yeah, that would suck.
Like
You always hear those stories
the
about
Parent Trap.
twins finding each other,
Yeah.
right?
Parent Trap, literally
The
Parent
Parent
Trap, right? Yeah.
There were 2 women on The Amazing Race a few years ago.
Oh, I remember.
Did you see this?
I
There were
think you
twins that
told
they
me
didn't
about
know
it,
each
yeah.
other, and then they met and they
They're like-
went on this amazing race together. It was pretty crazy.
Were they Asian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine running into somebody who's literally the mirror? Actually,
What?
funny story about this. Something kind of related. I was playing cards last night, and it was the first round, and I was chatting with somebody to my right, and just having a nice cordial conversation, and the conversation kind of like leapt over to the left, to my left. I turn left, and I talk to the person to my left, and I turn back, and I'm like, wait a second. And I turn back, and I
You
look
guys
back and
look
forth. They're literally twins sitting on opposite sides. I had never noticed before. I was like, I am so confused right now.
I love the videos of the like the children the first time they see like their parents' twin.
Oh yeah.
Like there's videos of like toddlers and their dad has a twin and they're like dad's holding them and then all of a sudden it looks like dad's walking in and the kids are like,
It's like,
what's
what?
happening right
That
now?
was basically me last night. I was like, I don't mean to be offensive by this. Are you 2 twins? And they're like, yeah. Like, cause that freaked me out.
Avian, hello.
Yeah, have you seen this this pair of guys that are baseball players?
Mm-mm.
The two have I'm gonna say they're McCleary, but that's not their name, but they're like Irish names. Redheads, beard, pale skin, play pro baseball. Same name, look identical, not identical. Not even related at all, but look identical.
And they have
And
the
have
same
the same
name?
names?
Same names, both play professional baseball, look identical, are the weirdest, and definitely the truth that we live in a simulation is these two guys. Look it up. Say
They have the same first and last
same
name.
first and last names. Yep.
That's crazy.
No DNA. They went and they have
And they had a
no
system?
DNA tie-ins at all.
That's wild.
insane.
Yeah, it's crazy. Somebody in chat will know about it.
That is like you said, simulations. It's literally that is eerie.
It's insane. Yeah, it's insane.
Avian said, got the email about the release. Is the paint gone already? Is that because you can't find it on our website? Is that why you're asking if it's
It
gone
has the
already?
dates on there.
That's going to be my next question.
Did you
Is-
read the email?
You got the email. Did you read
You're a
it
wee
all the way?
bit early, just a wee bit.
No. No, what? You didn't read it?
Nope, saw it.
Did
didn't
not
read
read the email.
it.
Am I supposed to read the email? Wait a
No,
minute.
paint's gone already. Came out today, gone.
What kind
I-
of tricksy nonsense
Never
is
to be
this making me
made
read
again.
stuff?
Well, look, I'll give him credit for all of a sudden just seeing something that says new thing and going immediately to the website to buy it. I'll give you credit there. That's great. We love you for that.
Legit.
No Wizards
Avian
Fight
has
for
been
sale.
on this
It's Nova
stream
Orange.
long enough to know. No, that's just letting everybody know about Nova coming up this next week.
Oh. I'm excited about Nova.
Game Delay said, I've hit a funny milestone. It's been so many weeks since I played a single video game. I'm moving out my TV and PlayStation, moving in the board game table and more hobby shelf space.
Awesome.
That's cool. I'm always on board for swapping out TV and video game time for some good old board gaming action.
Sugar Rush said, I hate when I see a new thing and I can't buy. I always forget about it. So there are many, many different apps and calendars and things that can, post-it notes that you can use to remind yourself. We will also be talking about it a lot between now and then.
Find the right tracking software for your
Nah.
life.
All right. Well, I tried. Just let you buy. Well, it's not ready yet. So we will let you buy it next Friday.
Just let me buy.
Can I just buy it now?
Well, we're also, understanding that same thing. We're still also trying to get people excited if they are on the fence about going to Nova. There's some cool stuff about Nova, and this is just kind of our last.
We don't do pre-orders. We're not going to take your money if we don't have something to give you right away.
Nope. Exactly.
You
Call's
guys can
crazy.
wait.
I know
It's
that in
okay.
the
It builds
Kickstarter world
character.
that makes no sense. You're like, wait a minute.
But
Yeah,
I'm
we're not
so used to
Kickstarter.
not
Sugar
getting
Rush.
things.
We're Monument Hobbies. Hi.
Hi, we're Monument Hobbies. We don't do that thing.
Christopher Ryder said, I cannot wait for Nova. That's awesome. Are
Awesome.
you entering the Capital Palette, Christopher?
If so, I can't wait to see what you're doing for it.
But yeah, we generally around here will tease you quite ahead of time for product releases.
Yep.
We like to let people know what's on the horizon. We do get quite a few with the customer service. It's like, did I already miss it? It's not on the site. And I'm like, no, it's coming next week, or it's coming in a month, right? We won't do it so egregiously that we will show off, like today we showed off the spray paint cans. We won't do an announcement on an email blast until it's, within a week of what we're talking about in the email blast in general. only because we too, understand that you'll forget. It's not something that everybody's going to stick on a calendar note or anything like that. We understand that. But we do like to give people advance warning. Because the other thing is true too, is that a lot of people, if we used to do it to where it's like, on the site tomorrow, and if that wasn't your payday, but it was everybody else's payday, and it sold out, and you couldn't get it a week later when it was your payday, and people would be like, what happened? You like Nova because it's not as crowded, so everyone come to Nova? Doesn't that defeat the purpose?
I think that's what Game Delay felt like the message we were communicating is.
No, I like it because it's a nice, chill, hobby, not manic thing. But it can still take a lot more attendees.
Yeah. Chuck said that he could use some advice. The resin model I'm painting has some nasty layer lines in detail areas I didn't really notice until today. Maybe 6 to 10 millimeter surface areas. Is there something I could have done in model prep besides sanding, which wouldn't work in the area, that would have made this better or easier to work with?
Ooh.
Usually not.
Yeah, it's tough.
Sanding is your choice. You could use filler, but then you have to sand the filler, so.
Yeah. Sometimes if you've got a good knife, you can get in there, but it can be really difficult, especially at those weird angles. Like, if it's one of those things that you didn't see until prep time, usually it means that it's in kind of a weird spot. It's hard to clean anyways.
Game really says Jason takes the tease part of teaser very literally. Most companies don't actually mock their audience with new products.
How did he mock you guys though? Did you?
Mock is not the correct term. Using the product for months before you can does have a word that you can associate it with.
That's just that's
That's the extended
showing
tease.
how the product performs so that you as a consumer can make an informed decision with lots of information.
Building.
You've seen it.
That's why she's the boss. She's got the right answers.
Look at that.
Taunts, maybe. I'll give you that one. The taunting. Yes.
Yeah.
I would get
Torment.
I will give you
Torment
that.
also good.
Yeah, I don't know why the YouTube and the Twitch chat are not syncing right now. So I'm seeing them separately.
Twitch is all over here.
Twitch is all in one place and YouTube's in a separate
YouTube's
place.
all over here. So I'm having to.
They're not together today.
So it's up to Jen to keep you guys
And
corralled because I can't do it.
That has happened during this stream. It was not like that at the beginning.
No, at the beginning everybody was together.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry, Game Delay. We've asked over the years what people prefer. That, hey, you don't get to see it at all. And then they're like, no, we want to know. So.
Here's the thing. It's very difficult to make everyone happy.
No.
We try.
What?
We try to get
It
as many
is
people
not.
as we can.
It's super simple. People are easy.
Jason, I feel like you love making people happy with awesome new things.
What's that?
I feel like you love making people happy with awesome new things.
Of course I do.
Yeah.
What does that have to do with what she was saying?
Sugar Rush, you can
Or maybe
buy
I
it when it's
misunderstood what you
available.
were saying.
Absolutely.
I thought you were saying that you didn't do that.
T-Schmid, we like it around here too. We get real excited
Yeah,
when
that's the
there's
problem.
new stuff to release. We get really, really excited, which is why, Jason
why we
and
suck
Jordan
at
will
this.
use it so much before it's available.
Yeah, because as soon as it comes in the door, it's almost like we are a team of people too. Because it's not just me, it's not just Jen. Like Gabe comes in all giddy. Gabe's the worst of us, I think. Gabe comes in giddy over stuff that I don't even care about, like tablecloths today.
Tablecloths.
We got the tablecloths for Nova in today, and you'd have thought Gabe won $1 million.
I mean, I have to admit, they look really
You
nice.
said who, me? Yes, Video Game Archaeologist just discovered that Amazon Prime offers a free Twitch sub every month, and we don't talk about that enough. If you have Amazon Prime, your subscription includes one free Twitch sub that you don't have to pay.
Yes, indeed.
extra. You don't have to pay the whatever it is now, $5.99 or whatever it is now.
Depends on where you're subbing from.
Yeah.
Yeah, $5.99.
Or
$5.99
$7.99.
or $8.
So if you are not utilizing that, get on it. Does not impact the streamer in any way. It's still
Nope.
reflected as a regular sub for the streamer.
Avian
It's just free for you.
gifting 5
Look at
subs?
that, Avian.
What the heck? Thanks, bud.
Crazy.
Scala Grimmer, Zaravok, Terrigen, Gosu, and Chuck Canada.
Congratulations to all of you.
Make sure you send out a little thank you to Avian.
Also, I need to make a note. Gabe just lied.
What did Gabe lie about?
He just said, I don't get excited about stuff.
Gabe's a liar.
He is a liar.
Gabe is the most excitable of all of us.
Yeah. He is to excitement as I am to happiness all the time.
Yes, a Canadian Chuck.
Maybe in more spurts instead of all the time. He's not all the time excited about everything.
How
He's
many
not all the
Chucks
time happy.
equal an invasion?
That's true.
Are we being invaded by Chucks yet with 2?
I don't think 2 Chucks involved is enough for an invasion of Chucks.
It
All right.
depends on what
We're
they're
safe.
armed with.
I
one
suppose
is-
that's true.
One is Chuck Canada, so he's probably got maple syrup, and then there's Chuck the Meat Man,
Whoa, hold on, though.
so he's just going to get you drunk.
There's also CF3PO.
But his name is not Chuck on the screen.
True.
Not everyone knows that.
He's Charles, though. He's Chuck. I count it. Honorary counting. Gabe, those tablecloths are really cool, though. If you're going to Nova, you'll get to see
Well, I'm not going to Nova, so I guess I don't get to see him.
Time to yell at Gabe, Jen. Be
They
like,
were
why
even
haven't I
out
seen
earlier."
these? You should go to him and say, I paid for these.
I was literally just about to say that. Like, I mean, I paid for him. I would like to take a look at it.
Vector asked the question, by the way, what's
Yeah.
the latest news on Mike? I pinged Mike. I have not heard back yet. As soon as I hear back, if anything, I will let everybody know.
If he responds back, you tell him that he needs to make an announcement in Discord to let everyone know he's okay.
I will do so. I will do so.
Let him know he is missed.
I did.
That might help.
Yeah.
I did. I genuinely did. I said, hey, we haven't heard from you in a while. We haven't seen you on stream. We miss you. It's been a minute, and we hope you're okay. And we miss the heck out of you, and we'd love to have you back here soon.
Game Delay said, now that I think about it, excited Gabe and happy Jordan behind the booth at Gen Con were almost enough to make Philip and Shelby seem cynical. Well, let me tell you something, Game
No,
Delay.
they're also pretty
Philip and
happy,
Shelby are cynical. So that's just their natural state.
Not what I was expecting. That was not an answer I was expecting.
Oh, now
Also
Vector
true.
is gifting subs. Thank you.
Whoa! We got White Fox, CF3PO.
Who allegedly is a Chuck as well, and maybe part of
dang.
the takeover. But
Okay, maybe there is a takeover.
The chickens, they're conspiring.
Roger, Global, and Underhive Hero.
The chuckins, they're conspiring.
See, even Philip acknowledges that he's extremely cynical.
For Mike. Oh, Vector.
Oh, these are
Gifted
tributes.
subs for Mike.
Yep, gifted subs since Mike's not here. We got Avian and Vector
Oh.
going in. Thank you guys. Don't feel like you need to live up to Mike's gifting.
You guys rule. Thank you,
guys
so
are
much.
great. Only in our
Nutballs.
chat will people gift subs in honor of
Of the guy who normally
of the
gives subs
guy
who is not here.
Yeah.
You guys are crazy, and thank you. We love you.
Never change. Also, Spatsnat, your brain went exactly where my head went when this man started talking about chickens.
Chuckins, they're conspiring.
Spatsnat says, if they're naked on hippopotamus swinging chicken eagle claw maces, it's a takeover.
Someone is cooking
Yeah.
something.
See, that's why I said
Did you
you
smell
got to
this?
look at what are they armed with. You can't just
Food?
make these blanket
Who's
statements
eating lunch
about
at
how
247.
We can go on a
Chuck
hunt.
Canada got a sub, yes. Yes, it's Canada's namesake. Chuck Canada.
It's Chris?
Chris cooking?
Wait, Chris has food?
That's why I smell it so strongly over here. It's
Is
because
this
it's
a
right next
thing?
door. It does smell good.
Does
Chris doesn't
Christopher eat food?
Chris doesn't eat.
Yeah, he doesn't eat food.
Is this something new for like sexy hair, Chris?
It smells good.
New hair.
You know, now that you mention it, I did see him with a cup of noodles yesterday.
Did he bring enough for the rest of the class?
It does smell good. What'd you make over there, Christopher?
Well, see, Gabe had his French bread pizzas, and he eats them in front of Chris, and so that probably has something to do with it, because Chris has to sit in that office with Gabe and his French bread pizzas all day.
Chris cuts his hair and now photosynthesis no longer works for him. It's
Oh, that's
chicken.
funny.
Is it some kind of? It's got some kind of sauce on it. I'm guessing. I can smell something
Honestly,
that's like.
it might just be seasoned chicken with some veggies and rice. I know he's done that before, and that can smell very, very good and
smells
aromatic.
good. Turning on the air compressor would make the smell go away. I don't think it
Ooh,
will.
there we go.
Just seasoned chicken now. It smells really good.
He's done that before? Does he really eat so little? I mean,
I've been to restaurants with him and he eats like a normal person, so I don't know what you guys are talking about.
No, he eats normally
yeah.
when he's out.
Yeah.
It's just
When he's
getting him out is rare.
Yeah.
And Chris, why are you eating so late? Because we're going out tonight, by the way. Or did Gabe not tell you? Are you not invited, Gabe, and we're not supposed to tell Chris? Am I the bad guy now?
That
I
means I'm
didn't
not
know
invited.
anything about this either.
Jordan's looking at me funny, so I guess I'm the bad guy now.
Gabe, who all?
announced it in
We
front
need
of
a
all
list of
these
everyone who's
people.
not invited.
But two of us are like, did I miss
To-
did I miss the invite?
You're
Did I
like,
miss the email?
We are all going out for game night, it seems. So there is that.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Gabe came in saying, everybody's going to Old World. Are you going? I said, I didn't know anything about it.
Yep. To be fair, I didn't know that we were all doing that together until today. So there's that.
Clearly not everyone.
No.
It doesn't play games.
That's fine. I don't want to go anywhere.
I didn't want to go anyway. No, you can always come for dinner and
It would.
not have to stay for the video game or
Well,
the video
you do
game.
dinner late though. You guys don't usually do the dinner before you go, do you?
Yeah, we do.
Well,
We
I'm
have
not-
at
I'm
least
not-
we have lots.
The last time we went before,
Yeah.
because everybody said they didn't want to have, they had Gabe and them had friends come in, and they didn't want to have to like have them show up and then go eat.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think it's easier to coordinate ahead of time.
But I don't know,
instead of-
because I was not invited to this thing until late, so I have no idea what the real plan is.
I have very important plans already.
Oh dang.
He's got to sit on the couch
Catch up on my
with the dog and
my
catch up on
housewives
all our
that I
horrible
didn't get to watch
television.
this week.
Oh dang.
Cora and I. Some good shows. Gabe said, to be fair, I didn't know dinner was on the table. It's usually on the floor.
Gabe, do you often eat food on the floor?
Definitely hanging out in the wrong crowds.
Because I'll tell you, that's not a common thing that I do. Oftentimes I do eat at a table.
Got a little, like a little Japanese setup with some pillows and a little low table, chopsticks.
I mean, chopstick related food sounds great. Eating it on the floor, less exciting. Yes, sir, every day. Yes, that. Oh, Christopher and Gabe. Who are these people? And what do they do?
Wonder how I can if I like close this and then reopen it, do you think it will
Maybe like restart it. I don't know.
Oh, like reopen the chat
just
window?
just this window right here?
Maybe.
I don't know how it initializes. You can try it.
All right, I'm gonna try something. YouTube.
We're not gonna break it, we promise.
Ain't no guarantee.
Thank you, Jason.
Scared. Happen. Nick, good evening from Arizona. Well,
Well,
technically it's
hello.
afternoon.
Going on, Nick? One of our new monumentals. Welcome. Evening from Ireland. Yeah, you're just about to be falling asleep here soon. Like 11 o'clock or something over there?
Well, that didn't appear to work. Game delay, are you still there? Can you type something in your YouTube chat to make sure we didn't lose?
Oh no, chat is waiting for new messages. Ruh-roh.
Hooray! YouTube's gone.
Uh-oh. Video game archaeologist. I have 3 books to read. The first chapters out of 3
Okay.
books.
Well,
Hmm?
it's the YouTube is separate still.
Oh.
We tried to reconnect them, but it didn't work. Sorry.
Then I have 2 assignments. One about discussing what is theory. The other is identifying states and rivers in the Great Plains of region. Interesting. Oh, there we go.
Doing your job, being sad that Philip is cynical.
Restream, not liking the whole Twitch
Yeah.
chats thing.
They're not. And vice versa. Because we usually see YouTube chat in the Twitch chat, but it's tagged with Restream bot, and then the person's name is in parentheses. Combat Abyss 95. Hi, just so you know, Twitch thinks you're a possible harasser. So hopefully you're not.
I love when Twitch is like, you get banned from somebody's chat, and all of a sudden you get like a red letter, your scarlet letter as you
Your
travel
scarlet
around Twitch.
I'll stop you right now if you're going to tell us that we can buy followers. We're not going to do that.
That's hilarious. It
But
does
if
say
you're
possible
here-
harasser.
If you're
Monitoring.
here for painting tips and tricks and more info about ProCrill, then you're in the right place, and we will not ban you.
Nick from Gray Primer says, it's just before 11 p.m. here, so the night is young.
Night is young.
Well,
It's a
that's the right
Friday.
attitude. I like it.
11 p.m. might be young for the night, but I am old, so that is past my bedtime. That's weird. Why would Twitch think that? I've mostly lurked and never harassed. Odd. Yeah. I don't know.
Maybe it's the random, like, or if it's like a high with no other context.
It's
maybe?
Twitch being
Yeah.
Catching
Twitch.
something.
Twitch does this.
I don't know.
all
It's so weird.
the
Every once in a
time.
while, they're like, "We're gonna pay attention. We're
I
gonna
th-
give you some new features that you didn't ask for."
If I recall, I think the last person that we've had it happen to, because I think we've seen it one more time, also was the same situation. They're like, I don't
Well,
know.
no, there was one that I think it was yesterday. Well, yeah, because yesterday was the first day I was here. That's exactly what a harasser would say, right?
Yeah. I don't know why I have the tag that says I harass people.
There was one yesterday that was a possible harasser, and it was
Oh,
one that
that's
was
true.
putting a link in.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one I'm remembering from is like way back. I think it was the first time I ever saw it.
Game Delay is saying that if Wad Tomato did his friendly thing and said hello, I didn't see it. So Game Delay is saying hi, Wad. Wad Tomato was here at one point. Game Delay, though, does also have a painting question.
Uh-huh.
What colors would you suggest he use on a Space Marine to get you to... buy more followers?
Oh my gosh, Game Delay.
To do what?
To get you to buy more followers.
Oh, Treebeard got flagged. That's what it was. Thank you, Game Delay. I remembered it. Yeah, it was when Treebeard got flagged.
Game Delay should literally come with a permanent harasser sticker.
True.
He's on YouTube now, though.
Yeah. They don't tell us on YouTube.
He's restricted at work from Twitch.
Oh, that's
YouTube
right.
Works.
Wad's such a nice and welcoming person. That's very true.
I still love it. That's what a harasser
That's why he
would say.
switched to YouTube.
Uh,
Yeah.
Papa Chicken said, Jason, I thought you were going wild with undercoating, etc., and was waiting to see you bust out all the transparent colors for a wild demo. I've really been enjoying this direction so far, though.
Well, I mean, that's what I've done with everything up until this blocking out on the waistcloth. But I'm doing it in purple, and then we'll glaze up on top of it. I don't want everything to be in that same color space. It starts to get a little bit boring if you do that. There's no reason why I couldn't have and I am technically using the purple thinner. It's not opaque right now, believe it or not. So we are still getting some of the color from the browns into it, but not a lot, right? You can see some of the golden nature of it up in there, but not a lot. I plan to do this in light burgundies.
Papa Chicken, we know they can't see yours either. Not much we can do right now during stream, but
we'd have to stop the
yeah.
stream, I think, or we might be able to like stop the restream thing and then turn it back on, but it would cut the feed for you guys.
Yeah.
So we don't like to do that. We'll just say so and so from YouTube says.
Yeah, so I've been trying to read them. Including Game Delay, who got me. Tricked me. Thing is, at Gen Con, Excited Gabe and Happy Jordan were enough to make me look cynical. Game Delay. Panic Bomb went over to YouTube. Panic Bomb is in, he's a defector. Went to YouTube. Said this place is weird.
Feels different, doesn't it? Not the same.
It's got a funky smell. The whole 9.
No, I came here to harass you guys. Oh, so just to see if you would get the harasser flag. I don't think YouTube does that. YouTube doesn't care. It's the
YouTube doesn't
Wild
care.
West.
YouTube is the
No.
Wild West.
Well, everyone over on YouTube, Papa Chicken wants you to know that he misses you.
Sure.
Without breaking the stream.
Is it worth the risk of disrupting the stream?
I don't think it's gonna. It's your energy game.
It's my excitement.
Oh, Jen, that was really good, actually.
What's the matter?
So the light got really bright, and Jen goes, "It's your energy game," because he's just like turns and looks at it, like, what the heck? It is 3 o'clock. It's on time.
It always happens right around 3 o'clock.
That's so
The ghost in the machine. There's a timer someplace or something else in the building next door that goes off at 3.
That's one of those things that, like,
An hour and a half.
oh, interesting.
Doesn't do it every day.
I think it does. I think sometimes we just miss it.
Yeah, it's not gonna be an option here. So it'll probably just have to be done after. Looks like I'll look at full streaming, so it's fine. I think it just lost its connection to Discord, or not Discord, Twitch. So to the chat itself.
They're still seeing us, so it's no big deal.
Yeah.
Bye, Gabe. Bye, Christopher. See you later.
I will do my best to read all the chats so that nobody misses anything.
Oh, God. That just gave him license to
Well, I mean, I'm
try
not
to
gonna
get you
read
a tomfoolery
anything.
now.
I'm not going to read anything.
Jen's not going to read the weird stuff, though.
Jen approaches everything with a healthy dose of skepticism.
I do, except from Game Delay. I trust him too much.
You don't need to do that. I've been trying to tell you. That guy,
He's a sneaky one.
the blue hair.
Yeah, lawyer blue hair. How does that make sense?
Wow, Ghost Hunter. All right, everyone on YouTube, you might want to jump back over to Twitch and have some words with Ghost Hunter because he said he doesn't miss you guys.
Dang.
The Twitch chat is strictly superior.
Jeez.
Vector wants to know if you will be bringing anything to sell at Spiel.
No.
Element Games will,
Yeah, we will not.
and PK Pro will.
Mhm.
Our 2 distributors will have stuff to sell.
Yes, the light switch in Friends that they couldn't figure, Monica couldn't figure out, so she tore all the walls apart, trying to figure out what the switch did.
I'm definitely excited
That's what controls this and makes the light get brighter.
to meet some of our European community when I'm there in October. I had an absolute blast meeting everybody from Stream and part of our community over in the UK. That was really fun. Met some regular Stream folks over there who were super nice. Welcomed me to the other part of the world. It's great.
Sarcastic Grandpa, thank you for that Twitch Prime sub.
Oh yeah, heck yeah, thank you. Oh, what the heck, Slayer Street? What's going on? We got Slayer Street in chat. Yoo-hoo, everyone.
Hello.
Panic Bomb over on YouTube agrees with Ghost Hunter's statement that the Twitch chat is superior.
Sounds like the gauntlet has been thrown for YouTube to step it up.
Dang.
Show them your mettle.
Nick will be at Salute and UK Games Expo next year, and maybe one of the US shows. Maybe an Adepticon, perhaps? That's the big one.
Yeah, I'm very
If
interested.
you're going to come
see
to
it.
any one show in the U.S. from overseas, it should be Adepticon.
Mhm.
100 million%.
Definitely feels like the one that we get the most European participation in. Although we do get a lot from Nova. As
Nova
well,
for the painting only
Correct.
side,
Yeah.
right? Because of Capital Palette being an open style competition. But a lot of Europeans obviously come over for Golden Demon here. And that raised a bunch of controversy last year because the European end of the world said openly that they were coming to the U.S. because U.S. painters aren't any good and it's an easy Golden Demon to win.
and none of them won.
And that sucks.
It's
We gotta start turning out more.
well, yeah. I'm gonna be honest. The American contingent of painters in that kind of space, we've seen tons more people getting into like really, really growing the kind of artsy, like really fancy painting.
Well, amping up their
like,
skills.
Yeah. Over the last couple of years, it's been really
Eric
cool to
Swinson really proved that it isn't a part of where you're from or a particular style that you have, even though he is more trained in that European style of contrast and such. But he has his own look that he's layered into that.
see. Mm-hmm.
So Eric has been integral in making people understand that, U.S. painters are painters too. But, to their point, the U.S. is largely focused on competitive gaming and less so on the art side of miniature painting.
Mm-hmm.
That is changing, right? I think that, I think we've had a huge influence on that because we are the only, big American paint brand, us and Reaper. And, we both really focus on that, but we have kind of leaned into, with sponsoring the Capital Palette and things, is getting people focused on the art side. We have that motto that we came up with that Nova adopts, and we say art first. That this world of miniature gaming is really what sets it apart is the hobby. Otherwise, it's just board games. And that's the God's honest truth, right? The thing that really makes our hobby great is that we have something that has a vehicle for creativity and for fun that extends beyond just the playing of the games. And the art side of it can literally stand on its own. The gaming side can stand on its own. But together they make it one of the best hobbies I can think of.
Yep. I'm so happy that I found this hobby. It has lived through me the entire time I've been alive, basically. I got started so young, and it's been such a part of my life for such a long time. I love it. It's great.
Game Delay said he was 30% funnier when he was in Twitch chat, but he's still funnier than everyone there.
Whoa.
And then he said, "Booyah! YouTube chat is best, baby."
So, Game Delay, I didn't think of you as an instigator.
But I'm gonna tell you something, Game Delay. Panic Bomb went back to Twitch.
Dang.
Yeah, he said he's back from the wilderness.
From the wilderness.
From the wilderness. Smells a lot better over here, huh?
Volume on YouTube. Hello, Volume 1.
What is going on?
We also are streaming right now on Twitch, and normally our chat is visible, like the entire chat for both is visible on each one. Today we're having some trouble, so on YouTube you're not seeing the Twitch chat. On Twitch you're not seeing the YouTube chat.
So now they're heckling each other.
I'm trying to go back and forth and read both. Ryan Wallace on YouTube said that video game archaeologist guy is pretty cool. Just saying.
Fishy.
Yeah. Should we believe this person?
Volume 1 said,
fishy.
I'm new here. I don't paint minis. I paint action figures. I just got some of your paints and I'm loving them. Can't wait to get more. Awesome.
Nice.
Awesome. Yeah, we've had we've got quite a few partners in that action figure space again. Which I've always loved. And so, whether it's people who are doing custom, now with 3D printing being huge in that world, doing their own custom ones, or people that are just doing repaints, we love that space. Also, the people doing like vinyl dolls and things like that, love that. Creativity of all types. I still consider that to be miniature because it is smaller than real life.
Yeah. Flapjack Nickelsack said, I've been painting minis for years now, and I don't even play miniature war games unless you count D&D. That's me. I mean, I don't paint often, but I paint more than I play.
Yeah, Jen has always been an
draw.
art first person, right? She learned how to paint and doesn't really care about the games, and that is A-OK.
Mm-hmm.
There is nothing about this, and don't let anybody tell you otherwise, that says that you got to play the games. You can be painting Games Workshop models, you can be painting display figures, you do you. The art behind painting miniatures can be so therapeutic.
Chuck said Twitch chat is the best chat because of the overwhelming number of Chucks here. There are several Chucks.
There are
Chuckins,
Probably more Chucks
they're conspiring.
on Twitch.
The Chuckins.
Nick from Grey Primer said I did a McFarlane Warhammer diorama, and that was super cool to paint.
Oh, that's cool.
Those are big ones. Bequan.
Flapjack is a graphic designer. Comes at it from art to.
Awesome.
graphic.
More chucks than a woodchuck could chuck.
Only picked a fight because I didn't want Ghost Hunter to feel unheard. I hear you, Mr. Hunter. That was Game Delay. Oh, Game Delay Ghost Hunter said if you were a better lawyer, you could watch Twitch at work.
Oh, dang. Oh, wow. People are throwing haymakers
I'm gonna
over
need y'all.
here.
I'm gonna need y'all to be nice.
Holy
I
cow.
would like for you guys to hug and make up.
I'm gonna need y'all to be nice to one another. Don't make mom and dad step in. It's all fun and games until mom and dad have to step in.
Gertz509 said, are there some good sites that offer models bigger than 28mm? I get so used to painting the small ones.
Sure. Now for gaming scale, you're in that sweet spot. So 28, 32 millimeter, they all kind of feel the same. Is going to be your gaming miniatures. Outside of that, you would look at like heavy units, vehicles, walkers, the bigger monsters that would get you into larger miniatures in that scale. So you can stick with Games Workshop, stick with whatever game format you're playing and just get the larger models. That could work. If you want things that are usually bigger, I would suggest, we've been painting some of the War Machine stuff up lately, and it's in that world, but they have a lot of models that are, larger than your typical, dudes. But they're still in that scale range. Outside of that, larger busts than 75 millimeter is what you're going to be looking for. So if you just start Google searching 75 millimeter bust or 75 millimeter figure, that's the range you're seeing Jordan and I paint right now. This guy, I would call him in that range, although if we had this model standing up, he'd probably be closer to 100, 105 millimeter. But that range, I think, is what it's intended to appeal to. You know, and that's still that same kind of range that I would say this guy's in. Right?
The knob is certainly in that scale for sure.
Yeah, so just a little bit larger. That is my favorite scale to paint in, is what I call 75 millimeter. Now, there are models that, you know, revolve around that range in our standard gaming stuff. The Primarchs are kind of in that range. They're kind of like 65, 70 millimeter. But even Horus is big, you know, so if you like Games Workshop, but you can stick and paint the Primarchs. They're big models and give you a lot more space to play with.
Ghost Hunter Game Delay enjoyed your comment. Game Delay said, "I just clapped. That was awesome, Ghost Hunger." He then corrected it, but I feel like that was that power move where you call someone by the wrong name.
Dang. Jen knows the playbook. You
Mother
guys are
Strange
gonna lose.
said, "Don't make me pull this stream over."
Don't make me pull
Nick-
this stream.
Nick from Grey Primer said, "It's all fun and games." That's a good point. It's all fun and games until we're back in the chat together next time.
Right? Right?
When you gotta awkwardly look at each other like,
You guys are acting out, right? Not realizing that this is not the new version of how things work.
Panic Bomb's back over on YouTube to deliver some cream for the burn.
Oh,
Tech Elf said, "You're both pretty. Be nice."
I love that this is how we show our affection here.
Yep.
You could. That's not set for larger models. You could try museums. They have some 1-to-1 or bigger statues. You might need to pick them up at night after they're closed, though.
3D printing is the world where you can get all sorts of stuff in all sorts of scales, because it will go as far as allowing you to rescale models. You can find models you like that are smaller, turn them into bigger models. So, plenty of ability in the miniature world to get whatever you want, however you like it.
Yay, Volume got a unicorn sticker. That's me. Hashtag Team Jen.
Don't worry, Jason. The bomb snail sticker is also very cool. Don't worry.
That stuff never affects me, Jordan. You don't have to worry about it. I know everybody's Team Jason. They just, you know, they are smart, right?
Yes.
And they give Jen her due.
Yep. How did the whole Team Jen thing start anyway?
Have you met me?
It just does. It's old. It goes way back to like when I first started streaming with Jason. It like I don't even know. It just people in chat.
Well, people would say, you know, oh, Jen is by far my favorite.
Yeah.
And I would get offended.
Yeah.
And then they would be like, hashtag Team Jen.
Yeah.
And I would get more offended.
But there are
And
plenty
people
of
like
people,
causing me pain.
plenty of people who are hashtag Team Jason,
And people like causing me pain.
and they are
And it
very
kept on.
open about it. Didn't know the stickers were from different people. You got a unicorn too, Mother of Stranges. Just those two. There's a bomb snail and the unicorn. The bomb snail one also has it.
My internet name is Slowfuse. And so the bomb snail started from way, way back in the time of streaming video games and all of that stuff, in the before times. And when Jen started streaming with me, we got her a icon, and she loves the unicorn, so she became the unicorn, the Genicorn.
The Genicorn.
So I made those graphics up, and they were our first patches and stickers and t-shirts, had that on there. And it's just stuck with us ever since. Been years and years and years now. 8+ years of this. I mean, for the bomb snail, it's been 14 years. Maybe not quite that much. 12 years? Yeah, 12 years since 2012.
Black Wolf said, "We all come to say hi to Jason and stay to hang with Jen."
Yeah, there you go. That's why you can't Can't fall in love with chat.
Because they will break your heart.
Used to love them, but they will break your heart.
They'll try and mend it together afterwards because they'll feel bad, but
It always feels very horrible.
They'll shred it to pieces.
Paint Liquor is Team April Fool's fuse.
Oh, dang.
So that fuse's motto is a space marine.
Oh gosh.
Philip wants to know when he gets his own emote, own little mascot symbol guy.
Blue Thimber 53rd.
Blue Thember 53rd.
Tadpole Jackson said, since you brought up stickers, I want to say I really appreciate Philip, who went above and beyond to get me the stickers I requested with my order. I think you should give him a raise or an icon since he just requested one. No.
Dang. Dang.
Philip
Sorry,
doesn't
Philip.
ship orders.
Use some ice for that burn.
Did you send a message, like a message to support, asking for stickers, or did you just put it on your order? Because if it's just on your order, Philip has nothing to do with that. But if you sent an email, you put in a customer support to ask for one, and Philip responded,
Dang.
then yes,
Look at that.
you can thank Philip. We'll give him that.
Oh my gosh, a seal of approval emote would be so good.
We need somebody to make us emotes because I'm not doing it anymore. I don't have time. I've created all of our graphics over the years, and we've just never had anybody else take over. So our emotes and everything are as old as the channel is. We hadn't really added any. The last ones we added were like the butt and all of that, and it got demoted by Twitch.
Tadpole, I believe you. Philip is a wonderful person. You don't need to prove anything with him. I believe you. Game Delay stays and watches stream because Jordan is nice.
Oh.
And he also said that they do need a Philip sticker because he's their favorite Monument Hobbies employee.
We should. There's no functional way to get this to work right, but it would be so funny if we had an ad where we go into Philip's office and on the wall are just nothing but plaques of Chat's Employee of the Month.
Yeah.
Just covering the walls from floor to ceiling. Oh, that.
Oh, geez. Chuck
good.
Chuck just switched over to Team Philip. Like, no real reason, I don't think.
Hashtag Team Philip. Ride or die.
Nick, you used to work in a commerce company's support team and don't think you ever got a ticket for anything as pleasant as a sticker. You know what? We get some really, really nice emails. It's refreshing when someone just takes the time to send us a quick email just saying, hey, I like what you're doing. Or we get someone like Bud who thanks us after every order he receives and sends us a video of Kevin Bacon talking to Jason.
That's hard to beat. I'm gonna be honest with you.
BFFs.
Oof.
I'm a BFF.
We have some fantastic, well, the whole community is just amazing. He has an office. He does share it, but he's still cool.
Who, Philip?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Game Delay said, Philip has his own office. He's cooler than I thought. I imagined him in a cubicle near the janitorial closet, but he's still my favorite.
Dang, Phil. You give off janitorial closet vibes.
Jordan Mullen said, I'm too lazy, so I just get on the stream and sing your praises. That is fine too, and you don't even have to do that. It's nice to hear nice things, but that's not a requirement. We're still going to be here anyway.
We don't do it for the accolades.
If you're going to tell someone how great our products is, make it a hobby friend. Tell your hobby friends. Aw, Jabe said, I'm Team Shannon.
Oh.
I think we're all Team Shannon.
Yeah, it's probably true. Kind of hard not to be.
I won't admit it.
I won't admit it. I refuse to
I
admit
refuse
defeat.
to admit that any of the Fishers have redeeming qualities whatsoever. Because they're trying to take over our company.
That is true.
It's a hostile takeover.
Darth Mullen said, I really want to try that wood recipe Jason is using. If you were here yesterday, he did all of it on stream. If you weren't here yesterday, just go back and watch the VOD. He primed that model yesterday on stream and did everything you see up until the start of today's. And then where he is so far.
Yeah, all I've done today
it's
is the
been a
skin,
quick-
the beginning of this skin, and then this cloth. And it's super simple. All washes and dry brushing. And it looks fantastic. If I do say so myself. I was going for kind of a, a mossy, wet green forest wood kind of thing.
It definitely looks like that. So
Yeah.
you hit it right on the nail.
Yeah, right?
Nick is team BTW. All that in one stream while flapping his gums nonstop. I don't think he talked that much yesterday. Gabe, can you put that link up again? For the oh no, it's done, right?
It is done.
For those?
It is
Okay, never
over
mind.
as of today,
It's
yeah.
over.
Yeah.
Okay.
It ended a couple hours ago, I think.
I was gonna say because somebody was saying that models are so
Well, I don't
cool,
know. There are
it's gonna
7
promote.
hours left.
Do they have like a back, like a...
It may be done now though. It was like 10 p.m. GMT, which I think we're past. I think that was like 3 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it probably just ended.
So are they gonna ever be able to get these
Yeah.
again?
Yeah. From Dragon Trappers, you just won't get all of the campaign cool stuff together. It was an amazing deal with all of the terrain for the campaign and everything. But yeah, you'll still be able to get the models.
Ben on YouTube said, remember that Geico ad with the pig and the spin wheel hanging out the car saying, wee! His name is Philip too. That's an idea for his icon. Oh, 94 minutes left, said Darth Mullen.
Oh, dang.
Well, there you go.
Bought the whole set. On the page now.
There you go.
94
94 minutes left, so get on it.
This is
Put
perfect
that
timing.
link up. Fates entwined.
Here, do you want me
Gabe, if
to
you
show
got
off the other one
link.
while you're painting?
Eh.
Just so people can see it?
It's
curious?
it's two Fae factions. One is the Darkwoods. All right, Darkwoods host. I don't remember what their perfect name is, but this is part of the Darkwoods host. A lot of more animalistic combined stuff. It's really, really cool. They've got some amazing models in the Darkwoods that are like half tree ant, half Jinn, and it's crazy. And then the Seelie Fae this is the Seelie Queen, and they're all very plant based. So you see she's on a flower. She has a flower for a head, flower for a staff, flower wings. Everything's very flowery. And this faction has like the Rumblebee Knights, which and the Rumblebees. The Rumblebees are just these big, fat, cute bees. And then there's Knights that have like fairies, flower fairies, sitting on top of Rumblebees
So cool.
with big spears and such that are just amazing.
How
Like
big-
the sculpt, they have amazing sculpts.
That flower lady, how big? Can you hold it up so like I can see it right through here, this little spot? I just want to see how big it is.
She's
'Cause
big.
I can't tell.
Yeah, she's big. To give you an idea against like should be Captain America, right? These are all 75 to 90 mil
Oh yeah, okay.
style models, right? She's ginormous. Yeah,
Who do I need
Great.
to talk to get one of
great
those
for getting lots of color on.
printed for me?
Jen wants one.
Yeah, Brendan, we've got all the files, so we'll be printing out more. I'm gonna paint a Rumblebee Knight, so. And there's some of the Darkwoods people that I need to paint too, because there's just some amazing ones. Like, it's made me think that even though there's not a game I would play with them, that I need an army of these guys because it would just look so beautiful.
Sarcastic Grandpa said, I'm seeing a ton of things Jason is doing that I want to try. I've been binging the tutorial videos on YouTube.
Very cool.
And as Nabal said, I have to call out my good friend, Good Jesse, or just Jesse. I don't know if the good was extra or not. Sent him a tin of Gentastic's Drunken Brush Goop, and he was floored. He said, thanks so much for the unicorn soap. That's the dude who taught me how to take better care of my brushes, so it's nice to have his product.
Nice.
So this must be like someone who saw your brush video or something.
Awesome.
That is awesome.
That's awesome. Harold, you said I came across some gamers in Once Human with a hive called Slow Fuse Gaming. Is that you, Jason?
No. Are they my fans?
Designer imposter.
Because Slow Fuse Gaming is us. That doesn't mean that. I mean, in the gaming world, nothing's sacred. So.
No.
It's whoever gets to it first.
Yeah. Whoever gets it. But no, I saw that game and thought about downloading, but I haven't done anything with it. It looked like a fun, kind of huge boss fight type survival game.
He said not sure. It was like a dude named Justin and something similar. Well, his name is Jason, not Justin.
Speaking of gaming, Valve just put up Deadlock on the store. New third-person Dota type game. Interesting.
They redid, and I'll never remember what the name of it was, but they redid a really good third-person MOBA, and it's free because the original publisher went out of business on it, and then the community loved it enough to pick it up and modernize it, fix what the community didn't like that was keeping people from playing, and re-release it. So it just hit the shelves on Steam as well out of beta, and you can get it, and its servers are live. It won't last long, I don't think. Maybe we get lucky and it does. I forget what it's called.
Do you remember what era the game was from?
What do you mean, what era?
Like, was it like Heroes of New Earth, like levels?
Oh,
of
no,
old,
much newer
or-
than that.
Oh, okay.
Much newer than that. Kind of like at the tail end of Smite, this came out.
Oh, okay. No.
But it is high-end graphics. It was done in the what engine? Not Crysis. But it was done in an engine where it was much more like, you know, like a, I don't want to say Dark Souls looking, but very, very good pseudo-realistic video game graphics. Cool characters. The problem is that it had kind of a deck building card system for buying your items from the item shop. And I don't think anybody really liked that.
Well, that's kind of weird.
So they then have changed it in the current release to be just an item shop like League or Dota or anything.
Surprised I haven't heard of this.
Sounds
like something
it's
I would be
called
pretty
Resurgence or Revived,
Paragon.
or it has a name like, you know, kind of like, hey, we brought it back to life.
There's Unreal and Paragon that people
I think, yeah, it's Paragon. It was in the Unreal Engine. It was called Paragon. Now it's called Revived or something like that. It's not called Paragon anymore, but it was called Paragon. And it was great. I played the hell out of it in alpha and beta and was really stoked for it, thinking we'd get a huge player base, and then it just fell off for some reason.
Eep Jeep Nate said they're selling lots of the models as individual STIs. STIs?
STLs.
Oh, STL. It's just maybe a lowercase l. But the Behemoth Fawn King isn't one of them. Is that from this what you're painting right now?
Yeah, this is a Pan Fawn Sire, I think.
So some of them can be purchased individually, but not all of them.
Yep.
It's like- Sarcastic Grandpa said, just got my texture trainer set. Going to play around with Crone tonight.
Awesome.
Oh,
Working
nice.
on the Orc Kill Rig and want to play around with green skin.
So good. One of my favorite things to do on that model.
The Chrome with green skin. Yeah.
Yeah, it's super fun. I've painted it like that twice now, and
Yep.
it feels so right every time I do it. And even the one time that I didn't paint her with green skin, half of her face is green because she's got glowy
The
face.
glowy, yep.
If you look at it, don't tell me tell me it doesn't look like STI.
What's that?
Video game said, folks, please don't print out STIs. Your printers will never get clean again. Don't get any water on a green-skinned crone. She may start screaming that she's melting.
Melting. You're kind of rough with water-based acrylics. Sorry, crone. My melting away. Team Shin and Team Oilers all the way.
Game Billy, now you're just trolling.
That's so right.
Nobody likes the Oilers.
Until you did. And they
Luger.
lost.
Hello, happy Friday.
Until we started rooting for them.
Yeah.
Don't tell Shannon, but that was not real.
Yeah, she even told you to stop.
Oh, she came in and said, you know, Jason, you're rooting for everybody but the Oilers has really been working. And I was like, yeah, now I'm going to start rooting for the Oilers. And she was like, no!
And then they lost.
And they lost. So I am all up in that brain right now. She just, in this next season, she'll be like, nope, don't even talk about my team.
Yep.
I'm not going to let you know who I'm rooting for. But she's already showed all her cards. She didn't know, like, she could not like another team except the Oilers. So
That's accurate. In her bones.
Fuker wants to know if you have any tips on painting flames.
crazy. And very timely.
Yeah, crazy and very timely. We may or may not have something special for you next week. Wink, wink, cough, cough, nudge, nudge.
You can show the model.
Yeah. May or may not be the topic of a brand new short for next week. Also featuring a pretty sweet new texture trainer that will also be available next week. I'm very excited. This texture trainer is a blast.
Isn't it?
I've painted it a couple of different ways now, and it is super fun.
The green scales short is awesome.
Yeah,
That one was
yeah.
really good.
Chris was when we were recording. It's funny because like we'll talk while I'm painting, and in between him being like, ooh, stay in focus, move it up, move it down, move it left, move it right. He'll be like, this is, I would do this, and I think he actually said he was like, I'm gonna do this on one of my models here. So, Christopher, he's here.
Lurking in the doorway. Still waiting for the Wizards Bet texture trainer.
Oh my gosh, that would be so funny.
So, if we get to a point where we have like that kind of expendable cash laying around, I will definitely have William sculpt us a wizard's butt. I think we could have some real fun with that.
Oh, that's so good.
That's not the right color. That's the right color.
Best green is yellow green.
It is amazing. Also, hello, T. Schmidt.
T. Schmidt loves being a superstar. Everybody's like, that's T. Schmidt yellow.
Mid. Used to be bright yellow green, I think. Now is it just yellow green?
Well, thank you, Sarcastic Grandpa. Hopefully, when you guys watch the short next week, you too will be able to replicate awesome looking fire. You're using the bone recipe earlier today, Fuker. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's the one I was just talking about, video game. So today was the methodology, the text description,
Correct.
like the step by step, just written out text, and it goes with the short from earlier this week, the short video where Jordan actually painted those green scales.
Yep, we typically post the shorts on Wednesday, and then we post the methodologies on the Friday after, or the following Friday.
Oh, Teachman said it's definitely bright yellow green, but I support all yellow green.
Man is biased.
Very much so.
Green scales methodology where it clearly shows it painted yellow.
There is yellow on it.
Turns out, what is green? If not just a bunch of yellow and some blue.
Looked really great. It made me realize Jordan needs to get to work on Smaug's scales.
So much
That's
to paint.
the general response pretty much every time anyone brings that up. Just kind of
A solid meme.
a...
A solid meme now.
Scale purgatory.
Scale purgatory. Sounds like it.
Eternal scale jail.
Yeah, you think the sacrifice is bad. Whew. Let me tell you.
Yes, he's now just Smaug the unpainted. The methodology, all the methodologies are posted in a bunch of different places. They're all on our website. There's a like a learn tab up at the top. That'll have methodologies. They're in our Discord. There's a channel in Discord called Hall of Methodologies, and then we also post them on our social media. So on Facebook, Instagram, if you follow us there, you'll see them posted weekly. But then the whole collection is available in a couple different places.
Just working on refining all this glow today. Was sitting out like a little bit of a sore thumb. Wanted to really focus on getting that to feel a little bit more refined. Been doing a lot of glazes with some green, some yellow green, a little bit of black. Kind of pushing and pulling where those highlights are and how deep the shadows go. The other important thing that I'm focusing on here as well is trying to make sure that I maintain all of the shapes and the detail. It's one of the things that can get lost when you're doing OSL pretty easily, is everything kind of becomes one value of color, and you'll lose the contrast that makes those shapes really come to life. So going back in and adding, subtle shifts in contrast with darker colors, brighter colors, things like that really helps everything retain its form.
Yep, looking good.
That's probably the trickiest thing for me when it comes to glow, is just making sure all of those things still read like they're supposed to. Hmm. Hmm. Anybody doing any big painting projects over the weekend? Or is it going to be a lot of hanging out, relaxing, and video games for anybody? I know there's been a bunch of big releases over the last couple of days. Get people excited. Finishing your capital palette entry. That's awesome,
Woo!
Cannibals.
I'm working on 24 new colors of Procurl.
That's also very cool.
Doug, hoping to finish up the first bust you've ever done. Awesome.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Been big, just a KDM Survivor. Liquor. Joe Garrick said working on a Kador Warjack. I blame you guys.
Nice.
Yeah. We're definitely a little excited about that stuff. I'm definitely excited to try a game out at some point here soon.
Ghost Hunter needs to work on Major Anson Wolf.
Yep. Also War Machine.
model.
Flapjack said working on my August challenge entry. Sugar
Nice.
Rush not over the weekend, but I'm looking for a Halloween model.
Oh my gosh, Halloween's like, I
Cooper
mean, it's not
working on
soon, but it's
an
coming up.
Emperor Carver from a lot of War Machine.
Mm-hmm.
Blew in some Bushido models and making some terrain.
Nice.
Those Bushido models.
Highlighting a severely battle damaged Warlord Titan, epic
Dang.
scale.
Nice.
Bushman working on an Elden Ring model I printed.
Oh, nice.
Ooh. Which Elden Ring character or model? Or bad guy?
Ryder procrastinated on my 30K word bearers for Nova, so marathon painting weekend.
I've been there, Christopher. You got this. The power is within you.
Ooh, D-Fresh, working, maybe painting at my game store, unofficially showing off Procurl before the store gets their rack.
Nice.
Ooh, nice. That's really exciting.
Bushman said Melania is the Elden Ring model.
Yep.
Working on KNF the Red, working on my Brine Blood Marauders thanks to Jody at Gen Con.
Very
Who's
cool.
Jody?
I'm not familiar with Jody.
You don't know Jody. And then Eep Cheap Nate is intrigued by 24, you say,
Oh, yeah.
Jason? He's deeply focused right now.
I'm not listening to you people.
Jason's
If you
in
would
the
like to
zone.
elaborate a little bit on the 24 colors, that might be of interest to chat.
Nope.
There you go.
Super secret.
That's all you get, folks. All you get.
I already told you enough to where I gotta watch my back now.
I mean, I don't know what he's talking about, so.
Yes, you do.
How much paint is in a Procurl rack? Like at a store? Depends on how much they put in there. They can hold 8 of every color. Ghost Hunter said 24 dummy thick artist acrylics we already know.
Nope. I mean, I do have to do some work on those too. That's a different. The heavy bodied are 16 colors. You can play the guessing game. They are not part of the normal line of Procurl.
The funny thing is, he's not going to tell you if you get it right.
No.
I don't think anyone would get it right anyway.
No.
No, I don't think anybody would get it right anyway.
We're not telling.
347.
What?
Yep.
I'm having so much fun.
I'm having so much fun.
I love burgundy. It is one of my favorite like red style workups because it really leans into the purples.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So always a lot of fun.
You know me in that range of purpley reds, getting into the plum plums, dark plums, that sort of stuff. I love that stuff.
Panic Bomb wants to know if it's new washes. 24?
No.
God, can you imagine 24 washes?
No,
We got
there
lots of
aren't.
washes.
As a matter of fact, there aren't washes in what I'm working on. No washes.
Mother of
New
Stranges.
Signature sets from new artists.
Nope. No signature colors.
Nick from Crate Primer, please tell me the Flame Short has a soundtrack by The Crazy World of Arthur Brown. Got to talk to Christopher.
Gotta talk to Christopher.
He handles all that stuff.
He's the DJ.
He is the DJ for everything here.
Color Shift and Pearlescent.
Nope.
That sounds like something we'd make.
Nope. I don't personally like effects paints that are one-trick ponies that can't really be used for a lot else. We like flexibility in everything we do.
Pro Acryl oils.
Nope.
Again, noosh.
Yeah, we won't be doing oil solvent-based paints anytime that I can think of.
Color matches for military colors.
No, it's not the military line, but good guess. We have talked about that.
I'm gonna be honest, that's a pretty solid guess. That's a very appropriate thing that could work.
Joe Gehrig said transparent paint line expansion.
No, you already have all the transparency you're going to get, pretty much.
You don't really need a lot more because
You got all the colors that can allow you to do damn near anything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have to realize the transparents are all single pigment, so there's not a lot of other single pigment paints that we would
There's
pull
only
from
so many pigments.
to make into that. We could do some hues, but I don't really want to. Brown has got just a touch of a seconded pigment in it, so we don't really want to do that anymore, though.
24 slightly thinned versions of titanium white.
Yes.
Well, then
All right,
Ghost
I said I
Hunter-
wasn't going to admit when you hit it, but you hit it, and that was a great guess, so yes.
Ghost Hunter said Desert Fox Tan. You did see that it was 24 colors, right? That sounds like one color. Hot Tomato Red sounds like one color. 24 different than one. These aren't the paste style paints you were testing a few weeks ago.
No, those are our heavy body line. That is still on track. That is 16 initial colors.
Oh, Christmas Sushi said, if you're referring to fire, we do not have the music's rights. Oh.
You're not going to guess it, chat, so.
No, you're not going to guess. It's not a new weed killer.
Also
I mean, paint might kill weeds. I don't know. I've never tried it. Be a fairly expensive weed killer, I think.
there are probably better and more efficient ways of doing that anyways. Up to and including ripping them out of the ground yourself.
Yeah, you want to do that?
No, no.
We got a few.
Nope. Nope. Not me. I'm not that kind of guy. Wad tomato green, wad tomato blue, etc.
Extra chalky dry brush paints.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Nope, I'm not even going to say that one tangent because someone will clip it and manipulate it and spread rumors and lies.
Let me
Is
say
it
edible paints.
desaturated versions of stuff we already have?
Nope. Nope. Right now it is.
It
it
doesn't kill
is.
weeds.
I would say a couple of tense tones and shades in there. Yeah, I don't know. I can't even really vouch for how many like completely new colors because we cover the color spectrum pretty well.
Well, so here's the thing that I can say for sure is that we're gonna make stuff that people are gonna want to use.
Oh yeah.
Not stuff that they're not gonna want to use.
Oh yeah.
So paint that reactivates, if you look at it, is not what I would consider a good guess.
No.
I'm not usually one to critique guess quality, but that's not a good guess.
Yeah, we can be reasonably confident
A
that that's
Pro Acryl
probably not a good
airline.
guess.
Isn't our paint already airbrush ready? Satin versions of colors?
I will tell you that it is all predominantly satin colors. Yes.
Oh.
There you go.
So we're getting warmer.
A little tidbit.
Look at that.
There are no matte colors in it.
Mm. I don't even want to say that one either, Ghost Hunter,
I love that I know what's going on.
because
I mean, you
again,
work here.
like color
I
shift,
know.
that's not really us.
I would be tortured.
I mean,
On the
We
other
don't need.
side.
We already have the transparents. Why would we need inks? So here's another thing too, is that we're not going to make stuff that we already make in just a slightly different form just
No.
to sell stuff to you guys.
no.
We don't need inks because we have transparents. Didn't you at one time say you didn't really like satin colors because of the difficulty of layering?
So, how do I navigate around this without starting the rumor mill too much?
You don't have to.
Yeah, you can just not answer it.
Plead the fifth on that one.
Yeah,
maybe?
you
Yeah,
can
it's
plead
probably
the fifth.
safer to just not answer
Yep.
it, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, you can keep guessing if you want, but you're not going to get it.
What's up
Like, you're
there,
just, it's just
young
not
chap?
going to get it.
Hello.
But it's not over yet. We can't say a proper goodbye.
Don't leave yet.
Oh, but yeah, you're not coming back, are you? You're staying up there.
Nope.
All right, buddy. Yeah. Take care of your dad.
Oh, come on, you got crisper than that. There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, Jordan.
See you, bud.
It was not Chair Guy, no.
No.
My nephew.
William. Jason's nephew is moving to Colorado.
On the road again. Oh, dang, Spatsnat throwing the shade. Art that we can use for our Golden Demon backdrops that isn't AI generated.
Yeah,
Oof.
that's exactly what I'm doing.
Glow in the dark paint with real radium in it.
Oh, nope. Nope. We like having a production.
Well, so I wasn't
Nick-
really wanting to talk about that part of these paints because
Nick-
Jordan doesn't know his job's changing.
Uh-oh.
Coming
Nick
up.
from Grey Primer said I'd 100% buy that.
What's that?
Nick from Grey Primer said I'd 100% buy that. The glow in the dark
Big
paint with real radium. Is Jason dressed to go on safari? The color of that shirt makes it look that way. No?
Exactly what Phil said this morning.
Did he?
Yeah. Did you going on a safari? I wear black all the time,
He
so I
does wear
ordered some
black-
shirts that aren't
or
black.
dark blue. So anything outside of that is like, oh, it makes people notice. Cannibal said it's sad to say that if they're all satin or gloss, I may end up not getting them since I really don't like working with that finish.
So, if you have used our advanced flesh tone, which I have used to glaze on here, right? I've glazed all of this with advanced flesh tone, right? They are modeled after that, 100%. So remember that our satin is everybody else's matte when it comes down to it. So,
That's true.
but our matte is beyond everybody else's matte. So what I refer to as satin is not gloss. There's just no other real good word to use, right?
Yeah, there's no
So I
like.
apologize for confusion in that vein. I get it. But yeah, if you've used our advanced flesh tone, which is a phenomenal color, and a phenomenal paint that does not have, like if you've used our satins, you know what I'm talking about. They are not anything that you would balk at. Great colors, great finish. More of the same, basically. But I can't get into the specifics of why we're doing the satins without giving it all away. And I'm not going to do that.
All right, chat. You already know too much. the surprise wouldn't be as fun when you guys really get to find out.
Yeah, you're gonna have an oh crap moment
Yep.
on this one.
Yep. Grab your wizard's butts.
Grab your wizard's butts.
Grab your
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Doing fun stuff at Monument HQ. Having a good time, doing cool stuff.
It never ceases to amaze me, all of the crazy and wacky awesome things that we do here. It never, ever. It's always wild.
And only getting wilder if
That's
2025 brings half
that's
of what I
pretty true.
have scheduled. It's only going to get more nuts. So
Jade says, finally used the new trigger style airbrush. OMG, the results, the ease of use. I
Yeah,
can honestly
right?
say, if someone here is thinking of getting one, do it.
I've been a big fan over the years of having people understand, or helping people understand, I guess the better way to put that, of the power of simplicity in ergonomics of that dual action brush. And, you know, it suffers because of the incorrect language we use in the hobby for, you know, what dual and single action are and all that. So some people stay away from it, but it is a fantastic brush that will have you airbrushing and learning airbrushing very quickly. 100% great tool.
I've been wondering what makes for advanced flesh. Genetically enhanced humans?
Yes. No, wait, what?
Game Delay asks from the YouTube.
No, wait, what? Got some skin tone on him today. I got the waistcloth in a good spot for basic coloring. And then I wanted kind of an iridescent burgundy with the purple, which I think we nailed. We'll continue glazing in the shadows and the highlights on that. And then just finished up with some Payne's Gray on the beard because I want it to be probably kind of a bluish black. By the time I get done, we'll play around with that a little bit.
Yeah,
And then I got to figure out the horns.
this glow is making this model feel way more done than it did before.
Yeah, looks great.
I kept on looking at it for the last couple of days where I was painting it, and I was just like, this needs to get finished. It's driving me nuts. So, most of the way done with that.
Hot sauce paints. Now you got it.
Oh my gosh. Ugh. But only chili-based hot sauces. No vinegar. None.
It's the Pro Acryl butt blasting hot sauce paints.
Grab
Incoming.
your wizard's butts.
Incoming. Wizard's butt blasting hot sauce paints. Americans prefer the trigger action airbrush for obvious reasons.
Oh god.
The gun behind every blade of grass. Kenny in his gray paint. 24 shades of gray.
My buddy. My friend.
Out here?
Yeah.
You guys hit the road?
Weeks. Yep.
All right, man. Let us know how you're going.
I will.
See you soon, buddy.
No, you're good.
Chuck, you prefer the pistol
See you
grip
when
because
you're
you
back.
can't crank your wrist correctly to hold a top trigger brush correctly after you broke your wrist. Yeah, and that, you know, the ergonomics of the top trigger brush are funky. Once you get used to it, it's repeatable and can be used very well. Hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of airbrushers across the planet have used top trigger as the go-to forever. The thing to realize is, since the advent of a pistol grip that actuates very well as a double action, that you get really, really good results out of it. Anything you can do with a top trigger, you can do with a pistol grip in our hobby. If you're doing photo retouching or really high detail spot painting with an airbrush, then the top trigger is probably going to give you more control if you're used to it. But you can always learn the same things with a trigger grip. But the ergonomics of it, because our hand makes the trigger pull motion 1,000,000 times a day. It's just what we do. It does not do this. There's nothing that you do that uses the same hand motion, and you don't get full range with your finger until you train yourself and build that muscle memory. So it's just better. in my opinion, as you're starting out, to feel comfortable and confident with the airbrush, because you won't be fighting muscle memory to get the airbrush to work. You already have all these parts of a machine you're trying to learn as you're starting out, and the pistol grip makes that tons easier. So, definitely. Just be careful. The pistol grip, even though there are a lot of cheap ones out there, do not buy any of the cheap ones. The one fault that if I have any of them for pistol grip airbrushes is that you have to buy a good one. You cannot buy cheap ones. You can't go with like the Masters pistol grip or any of that. Sparmax, none of that crap. They're all garbage. Most of them are single action. They won't go in and tell you that. You do not want to do that, right? You want something like ours or the Grex equivalent, really. They're the only ones that I can think of. There are some...
They're the only company that does them.
Well, I think Harder has a thing that goes on there is it makes it pistol grip, but all it really does is pull the top trigger the same way that a normal one would. Makes for more moving parts and more pieces that I think are too much to hassle with. So yeah, the Grex TG that we make along with them, I think is amazing. It's the one that I've been using for coming up on a decade.
I love our airbrushes. They're amazing. They're freaking workhorses too.
Yeah.
They're Durable guys.
Heavy brass machines. The chrome on them is very good.
Mm-hmm.
Stainless parts in the critical locations that are machined very, very well. So now that you have feeling back in your pinky and ring finger in your hand, and this is far more comfortable. Yeah, definitely. You'll blow an O-ring. Fooker, if you're out of here, have a wonderful weekend yourself. We're about ready to be done on our end, too. Just wait for Jen to get back. She can pop up all the links in chat. But, yeah. I don't know what I'm doing other than coming in here and working on colors. I don't know what else I'm doing. Play some video games. I got Black Myth Wukong, but I haven't started it yet.
That's on the to-do list for
I was
me.
playing Diablo 4, which is I'm not even too far along, and it's already getting as repetitive as those games get for me, and I can't stand it. I don't like games where it's like, oh look, I found a sword that's 2 greater DPS than the one I found last time. Oh.
You've never been at all even remotely interested in like Path of Exile or anything?
I played it a lot.
Did you?
I finished the storyline when it first came out, and I don't know how far behind I am now, but I played it, and then the end game was garbage. It was like, oh, here, go see if you can last 15 extra seconds through this portal where we throw way too many monsters at you, and you get a thing that has a different combination of how the gems all, it just seemed like the same thing. It was a standard, like, grind hours for an inch. And I'm like, I really want to have those games be end games where it's like, I mean, my version of end game has always been like heroic raids in World of Warcraft. How can I get my friends together? We can go bang up against this boss until we get it, and then get amazing rewards for getting it. And then you just want that kind of content to be available forever, even though companies can't make that kind of content be available forever, right? Because as all you just wind up running up against the same thing all the time, and they make you grind for materials to go fight the boss, and you're fighting the same boss over and over to get the loot that you need and all that. And that gets a little old for me.
Yeah.
You know? It's like now would be the perfect time to get into World of Warcraft for the first time, because there's so many bosses in World of Warcraft now that you can play for a really long time if you enjoyed it and have it all be new. Like, I could probably go back to vanilla World of Warcraft now and start from the scratch and play all the way through to whatever they have and probably have a blast.
Yeah.
But I can't find anybody that would do that with me.
Yeah. It's funny because interestingly enough, I think Path of Exile is very much in that same boat as far as like endgame now, because it's radically different than what you experienced. But the game is really inaccessible for new players. Yeah, that's the only problem.
It's so hard to get to that content for new players now, and so every time I look at it, I'm like, nope. I started playing it again like a year or so ago, and I was like,
it's really tough to have a game where you have to go, hey, new player, I'm going to give you this guide. You need to follow it to a T, and I'll explain things.
Yeah. Well, Warframe is very similar, right? Because going back and playing Warframe now, and you starting with Warframe, and it's so inaccessible for people that it has so much great content, but as a new player, it feels like it's all so far away and so grindy to get there, and your friends are speeding you through it, like we've talked about. If you get anybody like me that comes and runs you through even the starter stuff, and then there's guys above me that run me through content, and it just feels like I would really like to see what the game is. I don't need to go see if we can finish this whole level in 15 seconds. So that's it for us, gang. Have a wonderful weekend. Thanks for dropping by and hanging out with us. Please hit that follow button if you have not yet, so you can get alerts for when we go live on both Twitch and YouTube, Monday through Friday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time here in Phoenix, Arizona. Again, the links will take you over to monumenthobbies.com,
Nope.
where you can check out the store. I think they're in both.
No.
Maybe not in Twitch.
They're not
No,
working
they're
on
not in
Twitch.
Twitch.
They,
Oh.
Interestingly enough, they worked on YouTube,
That's
but they
so
did not work
weird.
on Twitch.
Unfortunately, our bot has died on the Twitch side.
But
You
if
can type
go
him
to
in the Twitch chat there,
Monument
though.
Hobbies- Yeah, if you go to monumenthobbies.com, it'll show you all the links to everything else.
But you can type the same commands, the old commands in Twitch, and it'll work. Because they're still
No, I
in...
just did. I just went, and it doesn't do it.
Oh, okay. So it's just Twitch is broken. Twitch's ties into the
It
bot.
might be,
or-
we were blaming the YouTube chat, and it might be Twitch.
It might, yeah. It looks like
it looks like it's
on
yeah,
Twitch's
it's
end.
Twitch's connection to Streamlabs and everything else is probably
Hopefully
broken.
we'll be able to
Is
rate someone.
on-
But follow the links, go do fun stuff. Come join our Discord. We have, I don't know, 5,000 close,
Nearly
4,662.
closing in
It
on
keeps on going
5,000,
up.
4,662 people in the Discord that all agree that Twitch chat is a superior chat. I just read that out loud. YouTube, we love you. I
Well,
love
I
you.
just typed
The rest of
in-
these people might not love you, but I love you. So
I just typed in the monumenthobbies.com. I just typed that. The command didn't work over on Twitch.
Yeah.
Nate.
But have a wonderful weekend. Don't do anything we wouldn't do. Stick around for the raid. We're going to go and check out Kenny at Next Level Painting. So throw some love in chat when you get there. Throw him a follow as well. And we will see you on the flip side. Adios, gang.
Bye.
See you guys.